Every so often I get on a kick of getting rid of things, just to make more space in my life. And this computer always comes up as something I should probably get rid of because I have basically no use for it. I found it on the street in a free box in 2017, and every time I'm ready to pass it on, I use it one last time, and it seems to win me back. Anyway, it's a Vadem Clio, a handheld PC from 1998, or it's nearly identical to one. This one is branded MainStreet Networks instead of Vadem. I don't know. It runs Windows CE and uses a pen, or anything that can apply pressure to the screen, instead of a mouse. I'll be honest, I don't really know that much about this computer and I'm not that interested in stuff from this era. Because of that, this will not be a long, in-depth video about the Clio or about Windows CE. The only things that interest me about this computer are the handwriting recognition software and the audio recording software that the computer comes with. Let's take a brief look at both of those. Here's InkWriter. It's a simple word processor. You can type words into it with the keyboard, but it also lets you write words by hand with the pen on the screen, and then converts those into text. I don't know why, but I find this endlessly amusing. I think if it worked perfectly, I'd quickly tire of it. But because it struggles a little bit, it becomes kind of a game of putting the software through a series of tests to see what it handles well and what it fails at. One thing I find myself doing is picking some arbitrary starting word and then doing a little output as input loop with some fast, sloppy handwriting and seeing what it comes up with. For example, let's pick a word, aardvark. Now I'll repeat this process over and over again until it devolves into nothingness. Another fun thing is drawing pictures and then seeing what words the computer thinks they are. Now, to be fair, when writing normally, the software does a pretty good job of converting the handwritten text into computer text. I just like to amuse myself by trying to break it. Okay, now moving on to the voice recording software. I want to preface this by saying that the Clio has no audio input or output jacks. And I don't currently have a way to transfer files to or from the computer, so any audio going into the computer will be by way of its built-in microphone. And any audio coming from this computer will be coming out of this speaker. You'll be hearing a mic'd speaker, so judge the following with that in mind. The voice recorder is very basic. It doesn't have those fun effects that the old Windows recorder had, but it does have one amazing, and terrible, feature worth showcasing. Okay, so by default, the program records audio using PCM. This is what's still commonly used for uncompressed audio recording.
The PCM recording sounds like what you'd expect, considering the hardware. But this is where it gets interesting. To save space, there's another recording mode called mobile voice. Just take a listen to what it sounds like.
If I'm speaking slowly and clearly, you can understand me. You can hear plenty of visual artifacts, but it still sounds like me. Or at least like a speaking spell doing an impression of me.
It's like everything just turns into single notes or something. Notice how it's absolutely unable to record polyphonic sounds. And also notice how the notes are quantized. You can easily hear it in this sine wave sweep. So what is going on here? I apologize, I wish I knew. I think this is such an interesting compression routine. All I know is that it's referred to as mobile voice by the software. I'm really curious about how this works on a technical level. If anyone knows any details about this, please educate me in the comment section. I tried to do some online research, but didn't come up with anything satisfying. I did find a patent for a different device that uses a compression routine called mobile voice. If anyone wants to do some sleuthing, this might be a lead. Anyway, those are the two things that interest me the most about this computer and keep me hanging on to it against all better judgment. Oh, and one extra little tidbit. The version of Solitaire on here has some exclusive deck patterns if you're interested in those. Why they changed the robot to cyan, I'll never know. The screen is perfectly capable of displaying red. There's also a sound added when the cards bounce during the ending animation, which seems like a nice way to end this video. Okay, that's all. See me next time.